You're such an asshole.
All right. Gonna bang out a video. Gotta fit them in when you can. That way you could go and have fun and play. Hello, Cappy. Please keep me anonymous. I'm a 21-year-old female living in England. I have worked at the National Health Service office for 3 years as an assistant, low-level kind of tech. Making $27,500 US with the potential to make $39,000. I fell into the position by chance and find it tedious and frustrating, especially the management. Yep, you're in government. You're in a nationalized health system. Yay! My IQ is 132. Oh God, that's got to be painful. That makes it even worse. I currently live with my alcoholic father, which is difficult emotionally, but allows me to save substantially. I'm quite socially isolated and want to mix more with people my age. I have... Good Christ, you got over 100,000 US in accessible savings. I'm aware this is a very fortunate position. I do not and don't hate me. Why would I hate you? I don't hate you. Like if you're a trust fund baby, like, you know, you're Winston Whiteside's Josephine the Third or something, yeah, and you're playing polo, I'm probably gonna hate you, but it doesn't. I mean, you're working a real job. I'm a minimalist and very sensible with money, no debt, and cheap car paid in cash. Sweetheart, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Should I pursue university or accept my current position with an attitude of all jobs sucks? Currently reading Worthless Toodles. I won't mention your name. And I said, okay, well, let's take a look. The fields that interest... I asked her what fields interested her and a couple other things. The fields that interest me don't make great degrees. Example, psychology, accounting, finance, or computer science. Oh, I'm sorry. Example, psychology. Yeah, dude, anything that's interesting is not going to pay you because it's usually interesting to everybody else, especially you girls, and you're lied to, both here and across the pond, about, you just do whatever you want. You can major in nipple tweaking studies. Are you tweaking your nipples? You should do... You don't make as much as men. Well, that's because of patriarchy and sex. No, because no guys would do it for free. That's... Market's flooded. We'll flood that for free and do it for free. So yes, you are reading Worthless. You are slowly making the economic observation that stuff that's fun and everyone wants to do is then therefore flooded in the market, which depresses wages, and that's why people who major in those fields do not do as well. So accounting and finance, computer science are options. I also have an interest in real estate. That's not a thing, that's just sales. That's just sales. Alternatively, I could try my luck in my current career in a more forward-thinking organization, military, prisons, and private healthcare. The NHS is a sinking ship. It's not a sinking ship. It's a ship with a ton of holes, and the taxpayers are constantly going to bail. That's all the taxpayers do is bail it out. They're just bailing. No one's going to fix it. Because the people in charge of it are leftists. And leftists, the number one thing, you must understand this, because going forward will explain everything. The number one thing that determines and drives leftists, your buddy Jeremy Corbyn, is they're lazy. They do not want to work. But they got to act like they're working, so they go on the creative but non-profits. And so the fact that this is a sinking ship means it was not built well. It's headed up and staffed by incompetent people. The management. And it will forever be a sinking ship, but it will always get bailed out. And therefore the people will never learn. My father holds down a job and often works away. However, 100% of the time he spends at home, he is drunk. He was abusive to me and my brother's kids. I was even removed from his home by social services. All right, so that's serious. That's not, my dad spanked me. I stay out of his way and set boundaries. He is more irritating than anything. All right, so you got free lodging, you got a lot of money. I have no other family within 200 miles and no ties to my current location except my job. All right. Here's what I would do. You're doing great financially. You're doing great, especially given your condition and situation. But you are not going to waste your time getting a degree you would like. Okay? Thankfully, you know that you're reading Worthless, so that's good. So you don't have to worry about me yelling at you there. And your options are, you said right here, accounting and computer science. Finance is not an option. Finance is not a real degree. It is not a skill or a trade. It's very useful. It's very interesting. But it does not get you a job. Accounting with the CPA certification, not only will get you a job and open up many doors that would not be opened by finance, but you could easily go in and do the finance jobs, then apply for finance jobs anyway with a CPA. But I think a CPA or accountant would be better. And then also you're not dealing with the NHS or some kind of government agency. Computer science, I would say, is even better, or computer programming, or if you want to go more of a trades route, computer networking, security, stuff like that. But you really kind of have to want to do that, and I would recommend taking a couple classes online for free or tutorials. Go to Matt Tran's channel, Engineered Truth, see what it's like to do anything computer IT related. Programming is a little that's boring, but it's programming. You do it from your computer. Matter of fact, you have to. But yes, you're either you read through that book, you'll see what degrees are available. And hopefully there's something in that book that, oh my gosh, I want to become a doctor. Although I don't know what you guys make over in Britain. But there hopefully will be something that pays and that you would like to do. That's the best of both worlds. But in the meantime, you're not even going, here's the thing, you're not even necessarily doing this for the money. Because you are a minimalist. You're making enough money. You have a lot of money saved up. That's great. So you don't really need to do it for the money. The reason you would go into these fields is so you don't have to deal with the dipshits at the NHS. So you don't have to deal with politics, incompetence, affirmative action, drama. You're going to go into a more meritocratic field. And it's not even that you're going to be paid more. It's that you're going to have to deal with less bullshit. I don't know what the prisons are like. I mean, I don't mean like, oh, are they bad as a Turkish prison? I mean the politics, the management of going and working in the prison. Anything related with has the twinge of government. Not to say the private sector is going to be all that much better, but government, finance, and banking, oh my God, bullshit, fuck that shit. So I'd be leaning towards the realm of computers and IT. There's also the element of remote work with skills like programming or whatever, freelancing. But the same thing can be done with a CPA. You can go ahead and do taxes. An accounting degree is not going to be enough. You need your CPA or the British equivalent. But yeah, that again, it's not so that you make money. You're good financially. It's so you have less headache. And after the hellish childhood environment sounds like you went through, I think you need a little less hell, a little less bullshit. Now the good news is that you have saved up a very good position that will allow you to go and pursue an alternative career. And now that's right, you got an IQ 132. Dude, you can do whatever you want. With that IQ, you can do pretty much whatever you want. Nuclear engineering if you wanted to. I mean, as long as it pays, you could do it. But with your money and depending on what studies you're going to go into, the studies in the fields that you're going to go into are going to be easy. You want to know I tell you they're going to be easy because over the course of your life, you're going to spend less time trying to land a job with these degrees. Oh, you're going to spend a lot more time studying. They're going to be hard degrees. Yes, they're going to be very hard up front, but they're going to be easy compared to a sociology degree or a women's studies degree because those are easy up front, but then for the remaining 60 years of your life, you're clawing and begging and pleading and essentially panhandling to the rest of society, the taxpayers that are going to give you some kind of grant money or make work government job that doesn't solve any problem or do anything. So you're going to put in the time and effort. You're going to do it hard up front, easier over the course of your life. So you may have to take time off from work. And you know what? You got the money, you can afford to do that. I would first go and assess what you got to study, what classes you got to take. I'm going to assume there are going to be some prerequisite classes over in the United Kingdom that have nothing to do with your actual degree or intended field of study and have everything to do with tell you how you're a bad person because you're white or you're a male or that you got to love diversity or you have to embrace communism and Marxist theory and all this other leftist propagandist thought. That's all it, not thought. Propaganda, let's just call it that. It's not thought. I would think about ramifications and consequences. So since your first couple of classes, I'd say for a year, even two, are going to be these BS touchy-feely classes, see if you can take those online and part-time while you continue to go to school. I'm sorry, while you continue to work. So you're not tapping into that money. Then once you start having to take calculus or introduction to networking or binary or whatever, when you start to have to actually think and put forth the effort, then you might want to drop down to part-time at work, or maybe just go full-time school and not do any work at all, or switch out of your job, which sounds like it's a pain in the ass, or some kind of easy student job that allows you to study while you're going to school and get paid at the same time. And the other reason I'm having you see what classes you could take online, accredited, or can you take it at the local school? Can you get your credits and get like at least a year's worth of credits in before you quit your job? Because if you do that, you'll have enough money to pay for school, then also pay for lodging if you need to get away from your father. It sounds like you have your father quarantined and your family situation has stabilized and you could save a lot of money on rent. It sounds like you got that controlled. Keep getting the rent, but inevitably you're going to want to go and live on your own. If for any other reason, that's what young people should do, is you should want to go and live on your own and do your own thing. The other reason is that your dad doesn't sound like a good person to be around. And one of the key things to being happy in life is you get rid of the assholes in your life. You get rid of people that make you unhappy. You get rid of the worthless people. So one, I would do that with your dad. You move out. I'm not saying you don't love him or you don't say hi to him anymore, but you get your own place. And then hopefully you get a job where it's not a bunch of NHS dipshits. and you get some slightly more competent people, some more intelligent people. And then with that IQ of yours, my God, kid, it's going to be a royal pain in the ass trying to find some intelligent people. But once you start making these moves, you get into an engineering field or a computer programming field, and you start working for more intelligent people and more intelligent entities, and you move out of the house, you're going to have a much easier and happier life. And keep in mind, it's not necessarily for the money. You already prove yourself good with that minimalism. That's good. That's served you. So you know you can get by on $30,000 a year, or what, 20,000 pounds. So that, again, it's not that this is now everything but money that you're going to be working on. And so going forward, to make sure that happens, don't major in, hey, go, you don't want to worry. You think people at the NHS are dipshits? Okay, you go around and ask them what their degrees are in. And then you say, oh, I'm not going to major in the liberal arts. I'm not going to major in the humanities. I want out of here. Come join the good people, the smart people. Join us. Even though I'm not a STEM man, technically, it was math. But not really. All right. You guys got questions? Cappy's got answers. ASLconsulting.com. We'll see you all later. Doodles.